What? I'm ready. Good evening, good day, wherever you may be. This is Phil Bush bringing you another live cast of Emory Volleyball from the Woodward PE Center here on the beautiful campus of Emory University. I'm excited to be back with you again. And this is an interesting match tonight between the homestanding Emory Eagles and the visiting Maryville Scots. Second week in a row I've done a match where I have Scots against Eagles. Last week's Covenant team was also the Scots. However, this is going to be interesting tonight because you've got a classic case of Emory comes in a power-oriented team, the number 4 team in the nation, very much a power-focused team against a defensive-minded bunch of Maryville players. Not to say that Emory doesn't play defense or that Maryville can't swing with authority, not at all. But it really is a classic case. Now, a change that has been made to the Emory process this week, Emory has gone to a 5-1 offense. One setter, that'll be Maddie Arles, will be the main setter most of the week, most of the match. Maybe sometimes that might change, but likely not. And in most cases, and we'll be seeing a lot of a player from Maryville named Nia Haller. She is a player who can attack from anywhere on the front row, middle, right side, or outside. And she is certainly a player that we'll keep an eye on. 2 very experienced coaches, Candace Schramm for Maryville in her 38th year of coaching, and for the homestanding Emory Eagles, of course, the veteran and highly experienced Jenny McDowell. We're looking forward to another great match, best 3 out of 5. 25 points. This will be exciting. We see the rest of the Emory team warming up right now on the floor. Emory will be in white, and they will be going from left to right. And Maryville will be in their usual red. We're just a touch late getting started. Maryville had a little bit of a hard time getting in here. Not surprising in Friday afternoon traffic in the Atlanta area, as most of you probably know. This is going to be exciting. We're looking for another great match of 2 teams. And Candace Schramm told me that she wanted this match to have her team see another power team before they got into conference play. And Emory, of course, is that one of the best hitting teams in the country. So this will be exciting to see, and we'll be interested to see how this all shakes out. Somewhat surprising loss last weekend at the UAA Playdate. Emory lost a tough 4-setter, and Jenny McDowell told me it was a very strange match for her team, but it made her realize that she needed to focus on some things, and they focused on ball control and moving to that 5-1 offense. It'll be interesting to see. So now we're about ready for our player introductions. 2 experienced referees, our up referee, the veteran Harold Weber, the down referee Steve Parham. And we're about ready for the introductions. And as always, when you're here at the beautiful Woodruff Physical Education Facility, a great facility for all sports, but right now it is the home for the number 4 team in the nation, the Emory Eagles. And looking forward to a great one tonight. Best 3 out of 5 sets. And we are in the final stages of our countdown, and here we go. Time for our introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Emory University Woodward PE Center. This evening's match features the visiting Maryville College Scots and your Emory Eagles. Let's get the starting lineups first with the Scots. Number 1, David Hester Taylor. Number 2, Caitlin Flickinger. Number 6, Nia Holler. Number 16, Brianna Gillespie. Number 17, Taylor Buell. Number
And a good crowd on hand tonight here at Emory for this match. Most of the players from the Maryville team from Tennessee, where of course Maryville College is. A lot of great volleyball played in Tennessee. No surprising that Candace Schramm gets many of her players from that home area. And so players have taken the floor. And we'll try and keep the action going and keep you informed as to what is happening. This Maryville team is a great defensive team, and they will bring a lot of balls up. So don't be surprised if we see some long rallies. Now, one of the things that Candace Schramm told me that she's really been focused on is winning more of those long rallies. So what that says to you is that this team that is very defensive-minded may be trying very hard to bring more balls up. And if that's the case, that could be interesting. But, again, not saying that Emory can't play defense. They do, of course, play good defense. And Maryville will start with serve. Best 3 out of 5 sets to 25 points. And we are about underway here on a Friday night. Well pass to start out with. In the middle, and that goes wide. First point goes to Maryville. Again. Maddie Arles will be your setter for the Eagles. Again, well passed. Outside. Dug up, off the block, and it'll be a free ball back over to the Eagles. Short ball, back outside again. But there's that defense we talked about. Tipped, brought over from the back row, and stuffed. Maryville up 2-0 in the early one. Deja. Great job by number 1 for Maryville. Deja Hester Taylor with that stuff. It's 2-0. Again, Emory passing well, but the defense is there. Blocked, but not this time, as that was a combination of Sydney Leimbach and Maddie Arles, and it's 1 looking at 2. Your libero for Emory tonight, Logan Van Rieken. She serves. Outside. Dug up by the Eagles. And that's going to go wide, and we are tied at 2 on a hammering swing. That from Morgan McKnight, who has led this team in kills most of the year. Jump serve tough, but passed well. Dumped. Dug up by Arles. Back over to McKnight. She tips. Dumped again. Oh, up, but not enough. Good defensive work, but Maryville takes that point. Leaves 3, looking at 2. And once again, no surprise, the Scots playing great defense. Tough serve, but again, passing well so far. McKnight, that's going to go wide. No touch, 4-2. Maryville with the lead. Dumped over, but dug up. Back and forth we go. That one is no questions asked, hammered down. That one by Rimmel just hammered that ball down. 3 looking at 4. This one is not going to be returned. Service winner. Net from setter Maddie Arles. We're tied at 4 in the early going of set 1. Another tough serve. That one did not clear. 5-4. Maryville retakes the lead on the missed serve. Service substitution for Maryville. Yasmin Chen will serve. 5-4. This one not passed quite as well, but outside. McKnight has to roll that one over, and outside we go. That's going to go off the antenna and back to Emory, and we are tied once again at 5. Block may have affected that one. Big block of Emory's up. And number 11, Andy McKinnon in the serve for the Eagles. 5-5. Again. And swung well, and these Scots can swing. It is 6-5. Another serving substitution in for Maryville. Sadie McDaniel to serve. Left-hander. Passed well, though. Right side. That's going to go long. 7-5. Maryville with its first 2-point lead here in set number 1. Kept alive somehow. And that one never came. Not sure what the block had to do with it, but didn't matter. That one did not come. 6 looking at 7. Emory trailing here in the early part going, in no small part due to the Maryvilles bringing the ball up on defense. 6 looking at 7. The deep corner shot goes down. 8-6. Maryville maintains that lead. This will be the libero for Maryville to serve. Another great pass. Right side. And unreturnable. Sydney Lineback, that slide attack. Very effective on those good passes. 7 serving 8. Emory looking to put together a small run here, I would think, to try and gain some momentum. This one will be off the net. Dug up. Lineback tried to tip that one over. Dug up again. Nicely done. Outside. That one's not going to be returned. Jessica Schwenk ties the score at 8. 8 apiece. Not past Bell. That's going to be off the net and stuffed. Emory takes our first lead. 9 looking at 8. Good serve by Leah Saunders. Difficult serve to handle. The left-handers usually are. That one passed well, though. Tight, stuffed. Dug up. Middle. And hammered down. Line back. 10-8. Emory's first 2-point lead. Off the serving of Saunders. 10 serving 8. Short serve, but passed well. Actually, the setter had to kind of put that one up, and that's just thrown down by Arles. Nicely done, 11-8. And this is that run that we've seen Emory go on. They start to put together runs with a combination of tough serves and good defense. Dumped over, dug up, free ball back. That's going to be off the antenna and out. 12-8, nicely dug that time. Van Rieken with a nice dig, the libero tonight for the Eagles. And that's going to go long, no touch. That makes it 13-8. And a timeout taken by Candace Schramm of Maryville. She liked, I'm sure, the way her team got off to a really nice start. But Emory put on one of those runs. And by the numbers, these are impressive numbers. Elise Thompson, number 3 in the UAA in digs per set. Number 4, number of times in a number of matches, Emory's had 10 or more aces. That's a pretty impressive number. Morgan McKnight, we've already talked about her. Double-figure kill matches, 11 of those. Emory has hooked opponents 12 times. Emory has out hit the opposition 15 times, and just last night, Jenny McDowell getting win 700 and 701. Congratulations to a great coach at a great program. And we are back after a nice 5-point serving run by Leah Saunders, back in after the timeout. 13 looking at 8. Saunders, tough serve again, tight in the middle and stuffed. Sydney Lineback just said, no, I don't think so, not today. 14-8. Emory's lead now by 6. That's 6 in a row. It was 8-8 at one point in time. Another tough serve. This is going to be put over. Nicely done by Maryville, keeping that one alive outside. Off the block. This will be from the back row. Dug up again. Good passing by the Eagles tonight. And back row again. Dug up again. And RLS threw it over, but it was again. These Scots play a lot of defense. Right side. Slide attack and down. Devastating slide attack. When it is on, it is on. And Sydney Lineback hits it as well as any player you're going to see in college volleyball. 15 looking at 8. 7 straight. Leah Saunders missed that serve, but a great serving run by Leah Saunders nonetheless. 9 looking at 15 now. Emory has built a 6-point lead. Maryville back to serve. Again, another good pass. And that slide attack, wow. When you're passing well and you've got a hitter like Sydney Lineback, that ball goes down in a hurry on the line. 16, serving 9. Becky Brewer back to serve for the Eagles now. 69 up 7. Float jumper, pass well. But little miscommunication between setter and hitter that time. That one never cleared. 17-9. And Emory is now entered what I call the zone. They are up by 8 with 8 to go. That makes it awfully difficult to come back. It can be done, but it's hard. And that's the way you come back. Maryville with a nice hit. 9 looking at 17. Set of subs for the Scots. Taylor Ewell back to serve for Maryville. Tough serve, but passed well. And when you get a pass like that, the ball is going to go down when you got Sydney Lineback hammering that right side slide attack. She is on fire. 18 looking at 10. Emory up 8 with only 7 to go. Tough serve. Off the block, dug up from the back row. Nicely done. Well struck from the back row by Leah Saunders. 19 serves 10. Very well communicated by the Eagles that time. Another tough serve. Dug up again, beautifully. Outside, McKnight. Dug up this time. Scott's playing defense. Dug up again, but passed beautifully. Maryville continues to play defense. That one goes long. That will go back over. That stays with Emory. 20 looking at 10. 5 points to go. That one didn't clear, but Emory has served tough and served well. They're up by 9 with 5 to go. Candace Schramm, she wanted to see a power team in action. She's seen it tonight in Emory. That one did not clear. 21. Serving 11. Dug up And tipped over, but dug up by the Scots. Nicely played, keeping it alive. Good pass to the net. And a free ball back over to Emory. Right side. Oh my. Oh my. Leah Sanders. Wow. That was all power. 22 serves, 11. Arles continues with her serving run. Rolled over. Oh, beautiful set. But dug up by the Scots. Off the dig. The defense keeps coming for the Scots, but so does the block for Emory. 23 serves 11. 2 points from a set one victory, and give Maryville a lot of credit. They started that set out well, but what happens with a team like Emory was the power starts coming, and it keeps coming in waves. Dug up nicely. That one did not clear. And a good side out there. Hammered away by McKnight. 24-12. We have come to set point in set number one for Emory. Andy McKinnon back in to try and close out. 24-12. Tough serve, deep, but passed well by the Scots. Blocked and down, and that will take care of set number one. 25-12. Emory starts out with a very fine first set victory. 25-12. Good start for the Scots, but again, as I mentioned, when the power starts to come from a team like Emory, it is too much power for most teams to handle. The teams change ends. A couple of things we'll talk about now. Stats. And very well played by both teams though, and you see here is the top 10. Emory in the 4th spot. Wittenberg College number 1, Colorado 2, Trinity of Texas 3, and Emory there at 4. But a lot of great volleyball left to be played, especially UAA volleyball. And I know Jenny McDowell came back from that UAA play date, having lost that match to Chicago, and she told me she worked on a lot of things this week with her team, particularly on ball control and going to the 5-1 on offense. And I think we saw tonight an example of why Maddie Arles was given the responsibility of running this offense for the Eagles. Nicely done. Emory hit 206 in that first set. Maryville hitting minus 194, and you're not going to win a lot of matches doing that. It's just the way it goes. Emory with 20 digs, 4 blocks. No errors. Very well, cleanly played match by the Eagles there in set number 1. Nicely done. But again, I give Maryville a lot of credit coming in off the bus, as it were. A long trip coming in. Dealing with 5 o'clock traffic in Atlanta is no fun for anybody. That's why our start was a little bit off schedule, giving a chance for Maryville to get a little bit of extra warm-up in. Teams have switched ends. Emory back on the floor. Maryville still around Candace Schramm. She's also the athletic director and has been at Maryville since 2008. And I'll tell you, you talk about a tough job, having to be a head coach of a team as well as being the athletic director at a school. That is not easy to do, and I give her a lot of credit for being not only a great coach, but also for being able to run a sports program in its entirety. That's a tough thing to do. So we'll see how Maryville responds here in set number 2 as we've changed sides. The offense for Emory, which I know Jenny McDowell spent a lot of time and emphasis on this week. Very important. for this team. And it will be, I believe, Emory will start out serving this second set, I believe. I don't miss my guess once we have our lineup checks by our down referee, Steve Parham. Two great officials. Harold Weber, one of the most experienced officials in the greater Atlanta area. Great hitting by Emory in that first set. Sidney Lineback, 5 kills, hitting .444. It doesn't get a whole lot better. Maddie Arles with a dump kill, plus her overall defensive work was outstanding. So here we go. We're ready for our first set. And it will start out. Becky Brewer will start out serving for the Eagles as we start set number 2. Cross-court cert. Off the block, nicely struck. There's some offense from Maryville, nicely done to start out. Good pass, good put away, 1-0. The Scots go back to serve. Tough serve, but again, well, until that one, Emory had been passing pretty well. That one not so good. And a result, point immediately, 2-0 lead. Very similar to how set number 1 started for Maryville. Tough serve. That's going to go long, though, and that's 1 looking at 2. Here comes the libero again tonight. Logan Van Oriken. Float jump. Not passed very well. It's going to be a free ball. If it's at all, that's going to be a service winner. And we are tied at 2 here. Good serve by Van Rieken. Another tough serve. This is going to be at best a free ball back over to the Eagles. Outside, dump. Another free ball back over to Emory. Right side, the slide. That one not touched. 3-2, Maryville retakes the lead. Sidney Lineback has not missed many of those during the course of this match and doesn't miss many of them in general. 3 serves 2. Yasmin Chan serving for the Scots. Well passed. Right. But a little miscommunication between setter and hitter that time. That makes it 4-2. And there's no doubt about that one. Morgan McKnight with authority makes it 3, looking at 4. Very similar to how set number 1 started. This one passed off the net, but served well. Dug up nicely. Slide, right side, and down. That's going to make it 4 apiece. Leah Saunders, once again, I say it a lot, that left-handed lightning with authority. That's going to go long, and 5-4. Maryville retakes the lead. Sadie McDaniel serving for the Scots, another left-hander. Well set. Oh, and hammered down. And that was taking the left-hander and bringing her from right side to the middle, tying it at 5. Beautiful set by Arles, and boy, another power swing. Leah Saunders. This is going to be a back row attack. Never came. 6-5. Andy McKinnon serving for the Eagles. 6-5. And these passes off the net, you can't give Emory free balls, although that one not passed great, but off the block and down. 7-5. Nicely done that time. You find the high hands if you're Leah Saunders. A block outside is as good as a hit. And that serve missed. 6-7. Maryville trails. 6 looking at 7. Well passed. Right side. Off the block and out. Too much power. Leah Saunders with the power. 8-6. Tight pass. Going to be tough. Way too tough. Very good, very well served ball by Maggie Rimmel. 9-6. Could this be that run? And that's going to go down in the deep corner. 10-6. And this feels like that same run that Emory may have had that last set that kind of separated them away from the Scots. 10 looking at 6. Not passed very well. This will be a free ball back to the Eagles. Right side and down. That is the most devastating hit in volleyball when you get that slide attack going the way Emory has. Maddie Arles, the Sydney linebacker, it is very difficult, and immediately Candace Schramm starts to see this one going away. The first one did, and she calls a quick timeout, trailing 6, looking at 11. Emory back in the groove. And there you see some of the milestone wins for the great coach, Jenny McDowell. And just last night against Oglethorpe, congratulations to Jenny. Win number 700 against Oglethorpe, a 3-0 win. Very impressive, and they keep adding up with a great coach that is Jenny McDowell. You see them all there, and they keep coming, and I have no doubt they will continue to come. Nicely done, Jenny. Well done, Eagles. 11-6. Emory back to serve after the timeout by the Scots. Tight pass. That's going to be tough. Another free ball. Just tossed over that time. And nice defensive work by the Eagles. Tight to the net and down. And that was Jessica Schwanke, excuse me. 12 looking at 6. And Emory beginning to start pulling away. Serving tough. It's tipped over, but dug up. Right side. Hammered, but dug up nicely by the Scots. And that one's not going to be dug up. That set goes by a lot of names. I'll call it a 31 because that typically it's fast. It's a little bit of separation from setter to hitter, and it goes down in a hurry. 13 looking at 6. And that one didn't go, but a nice serving run from Rimmel. 7 looking at 13. A hole already for the Scots here in set number 2, having dropped the first set. And that one's going to be a service winner for the Scots. 8 looking at 13. Certainly by no means is Maryville out of this set yet. But they've got to score some points on their serve, either with the service ace or with blocks. That's going to be a free ball back, and that one's a little bit of miscommunication that time. I'm surprised that the Scots, with their defensive capabilities, I think they were surprised when that ball came back. 14 serves 8. Hannah Billings to serve. Tough serve. Another free ball back over to the Eagles. What will they do on offense? They dump, and down it goes. Arles knows where the defense is at all times. 15 serves 8. Nicely served. Good decision made there by Maddie to put that ball away on 2. That one didn't go. Some service errors tonight, but Emory is trying to serve with effectiveness and authority, so I know no coach is ever happy when a player misses a serve, but Emory has served some tough balls tonight. 9 serves 15. Well passed. Right side. No answer for the Scots. When Emory passes like that, and Sydney Lineback is in the position to get that approach, there is no answer on the Maryville side of the net. 16-9. Hammered home. Again, not passed really well, but still a well-struck ball, and that's going to go down. Nicely done. And one of the young players from Maryville, Rihanna, with that put away. 10 serves 16. Dug up. Good a dig by Maryville. And another nice swing and nice put away. That time by Kelly Wandell. 11 serves 16, and this could be a start of a Maryville comeback. Tough serves. Pass tight. Morgan McKnight came inside that time. That set not really maybe as far as she would have ordinarily gotten it, but she was able to adjust her approach, came down and put it down in a hurry. 17 looking at 11. Apparently there was no whistle that time, so Harold Weber said not just yet. 17 still serves 11. We serve that one up again. Dumped. That's going to be outside the antenna. And Emory's officially in the zone. They're up by 7 with 7 to go. That means it's very hard to come back. All it needs is for Emory to get 7 more side outs and they win. That's going to be a free ball back. And a smart shot down. Rimmel didn't need to hit that one too hard, just put it in the right spot. 19-11. Tough serve and passed over, away. Has to go down. Dug up. Dumped. Good defense by Maryville. Another dump, but dug up. And there's a beautiful throw down. Beautifully done by Rimmel that time. 20 looking at 11. Timeout taken by Maryville. This will be as much to get ready for set number 3 as anything else. Trying to focus on some things that they can work on, but the power of Emory tonight has been exceptional. Emory now hitting .302 for the match, and the Scots at -146, and that tells you all you need to know about offense. 25 kills for the Eagles versus only 7 for Maryville. And that is really makes a big difference. 3 service aces for Emory. 28 digs, 4 blocks. It is a true story of the Eagles flying high tonight. 20 looking at 11 here in set 2. As we come back to live action. Second timeout taken by Candace Schramm. Does a great job with her program. And continuing with serve. Van Rieken, the libero. And off the net, but down. Tight to the net, dumped. Net violation going to be called. 21. That ball was passed pretty tight to the net, so tough one. 21-11. Another tough serve and pass pretty well to the right side. That's going to go wide. Nice look. Sometimes what you don't touch is the best, and the libero that time Enrican did a nice job of not touching it, but was right on the ball to make sure it wasn't going to land in. 22 serves 11. And that one didn't go, so it'll be 22-12. Ball back over to the Scots. This will be Chan to serve for Maryville. 12 serving 22. Float serve, passed pretty well. Outside, dug up and blocked, but dug up again by Emory. And this time off the block. Nice job by Maryville keeping it alive. And that one's going to be touched. And down in a hurry goes McKnight that time, 23-12. Quick substitution there. Saunders back in the front. Outside. Dug up perfectly. In the middle. Dug up. But unable to be played, and we have come to set point in set number 2. 24-12 for the Eagles. Roll shot back over to Emory. Right side. That's going to be a net violation, and that is going to do it. Set number 2 in the books. 25-12. Emory wins the first 2 sets by the same identical score of 25-12, and they've taken the first 2 sets. But remember, folks, it's best 3 of 5 sets. And we saw last week a epic third set between Covenant, who lost that third set 29-27 to the Eagles, but it was a all you could want in volleyball set. Upcoming matches. At Berry on the 10th. Back here, a big match against Washington University on the 14th and against Case Western. And against NYU and part of the the UAA round robin. Round robin 2, this one in Chicago. Okay, that's a tough threesome too. Wash U, Case Western, and NYU. And Carnegie Mellon. So all 4 of those teams in 2 days. That's going to be a tough road trip for the Eagles. And I know Jenny McDowell wants to build momentum coming out of the matches they have here at home and running this 5-1 offense. And it has been doing very well, hitting now 333 for the match, and that's about as good as it gets in volleyball. When you're holding your opponent to minus 151, and here are the UAA records. Chicago right now 3-0 in the UAA. Emory at 2, along with others. Carnegie Mellon, Case Western, Wash U, all at 2-1. A lot of volleyball to be played yet, so it'll be hard to say what happens, but a lot of volleyball to be played, and Emory has a chance. And Jenny McDowell told me she knows her team. She has to have her team ready to go when they go back up to the next round of UAA play. And these matches are very important for the Eagles to really get that momentum back. So the loss to Chicago may indeed be something that she'll use very much with this team to get them back and ready to go for the next round of UAA play. Let's take a quick look, and I'll tell you, if you want to see one play that defines this match, watch this one. Well passed, the right side, boom. That ball's not coming back. When you have a great set, the right side attack, also called the slide attack depending, is beautiful. Beautifully done. And teams will switch sides again. Emory now back over, hitting from left to right. And Maryville back, getting ready to get back on the court. And don't be surprised, Candace Schramm's teams don't mail anything in, and I would not be surprised to see Maryville come out very, very focused, very focused on really trying to drive that advantage a little deeper. And they did that both in sets 1 and 2. And they could do the same thing again here. I'm not that surprised at it, but we haven't been able to call Nia Haller's name that much for, Haller's name for Maryville, but that's no fault of hers. The passing has simply not been there for the Scots. So we're ready to start set 3, and Maryville will go back to start serving here in set 3. But Candace Schramm's teams are very tough defensively. And Sarah Porter has taken over setting duties for the Eagles here in set 1. That one, free ball back over to the Scots. Dug up to the right side. Dug up again by the Eagles. And down, beautifully spotted. Carly Saitman with a nice put away there. Really smart shot. 1-0. Emory leads here in the first part, first point of set number 1 on the board. This one not passed well. Going to be a free ball back to the Eagles at best. Nicely done. Hammered down, but again, that defense. And nicely done that time. Off the tip. Tipped off the top of the block to tie this up at 1-1. Maryville back on the attack. Good passing, though, by the Eagles. That one, that one's going to go wide. Not a bad idea to go to that deep corner. Just went a bit too much, did Rimmel. 2 looking at 1, and once again, Maryville taking the early lead here. Ace. Service ace. Nicely struck by Allison Botts for the Scots. It's a young team Candace Schramm's got. And that one's going to go long. Emory thought the last one's going to go long. So 2 looking at 3. Emory will serve. Tough serve. And that's going to be a free ball back over to the Eagles. Outside. Dug up nicely by the Scots. That's going to go long, and we are tied at 3 here in set number 3. Emory having won the first 2 sets for the same score, 25-12. Don't be surprised, though, if the Scots keep fighting, because they will do just that. That's tipped, dug up, nicely done. Emory keeps that one alive. Dug up again, free ball back over to the Scots. And tipped over and wide. Nice look. 4-3. Emory takes their first lead here in set 3. Kind of a strange looking play that time on both sides, but point going over to the Eagles. This one tipped. Kept alive by Emory, and free ball back over to the Scots. Right side. That one did not come. Back over to Emory. That ball hit the antenna. That makes it 5-3. And a very clean match on both sides, really. The referees have not had to call much. 5-3, Emory with a 2-point lead. Right side again. Passed well. The Eagles going to the right side. Dug up. Blocked by Emory, but back up by the Scots. Dug up again. To the deep corner, but dug up. And another dig. Somehow, that's going to be a net violation on Emory. Porter just got kind of shoved into the net that time. Nothing she could do about that. 4 looking at 5. Maryville with the lead, with the serve. 4 serves 5. And that one not passed well. That's going to tie us up at 5 here in set number 3. As I said, the Scots will keep fighting. They will not mail anything in. That's a service goes long. 6-5 Emory back in the lead. Hannah Billings will serve for the Eagles. Blocked, dug up. Free ball back over to the Eagles again. Right side, stuffed, and blocked again, but back, free ball back. Dug up though by Emory, and dumped down. Wow. Smart play by Porter, goes over in 2 that time. It doesn't take all 3 touches to get a point. Always remember that. 7-5, Emory with a 2-point lead here in set 3. Deep serve, nicely done. Dumped, dug up. And that one struck hard and hammered down by Deja Hester Taylor. Beautiful swing that time. 6 serve 7. Taylor Ewell to serve for the Scots. They trail by 1. Good passing by Emory. Outside. Off the block and down. Nice put away that time by Jessica Schwanke. 8-6. That serve did not clear. 7 looking at 8. Some service errors here and there for Emory, but that's being picky. They played very good volleyball overall. 7 serves 8. Another good pass. Back on the offense and down. Savannah Bush with a put away that time. And again, get a good pass like Emory's been getting tonight. Good ball control. 9-7. Van Rieken with a serve. Libero for that one's going to be called down. I think we all thought it might go wide, but on the line it is. 8-9, and Maryville hanging with the Eagles in the early part here of set 3. Some lineup changes for the Eagles, but that's the way it goes in volleyball. Good pass. Right side. No, check that. Oh, my. That ball went down in a hurry. Sarah Carr with a hammering shot. A lot of authority there. There's that power that we've talked about. It's power against defense. And tonight, clearly, folks, power has been the winner. 10-8. Outside. That one never came. 11-8. And the setter in this particular set, Porter, doing a nice job. She's a local product out of Atlanta. Off the block. Dumped over, beautifully done by Porter. Very smart play. Only takes sometimes 2 touches to get that down, and now Emory up by 4. 12 serves 8. Dug up. That's going to be a free ball back to the Eagles. What will they do? Dumped over. Nicely done. Smart shot by Rimmel. 13 serves 8. Surprised to see that one hit the ground. As good a defense as the Scots play. 13-8, and that one didn't clear. 13-9. 9 looking at 13. Double sub coming in for the Scots. Good serve, but well passed. In the middle, dug up. And that one never came. 14-9. Emory leads by 5 here in set 3. Sarah Carr with the serve. Deep serve. Difficult to handle. Going to be a free ball back over to the Eagles once again. A short free ball. And that's just what happens when you get a short free ball. Sometimes it's a miscommunication between setter and hitter. It happens. 10 looking at 14 now. And Maryville continuing to fight and scrap for every point, just like you'd expect the Scots to. Nicely done by Porter, keeping that one alive, and beautifully struck to keep that one in play even. Nicely done that time by Carr, keeping that one alive. 15-10. Flat serve, nicely done. Nicely struck and down. Get a good pass, you put it down. There it goes. 11-15, and once again, a nice job by the Scots staying right in this third set. Good pass, tight, and hammered home that time. Savannah Bush with a put away, 16-11. And 16-11 can be the start of another one of these end of set runs for Emory. This one not passed well, going to be a bump ball back, and that's going to go wide or long. Check that. 17-11. Emory now up by 6. 17 serves 11. Billings continues with serve. That one goes in the net. Been some service errors. Again, I'm being picky, but I'm sure that's something that Jenny McDowell will talk to her team about, even though they're trying to serve tough. Got to be careful about that sometimes, especially when you get back into UAA play. 12 serves 17. Can Maryville mount a run? Good pass, good communication, but a free ball back over. But will not come back. Again, surprised that the Scots didn't bring that up. They play such good defense. 18 serves 12. Emory up by 6 with 7 to go. They're about to enter the zone. That means you're up by as many points as there are to go in the match. Well passed. But blocked by Emory. Dumped over and tipped back. That's going to go wide. Long. 19-12, and Emory is now officially in the zone. They're up by 7 with 6 to go. Doesn't mean the set is over, but it does mean that Maryville will have to put on a very significant run of serving and or blocking in order to win this set. Don't see teams at hardly any level come back down when they're in the zone. Beautiful set. Nicely done. Porter doing a great job that time, going behind her in a very difficult position on the court. 20-12. Emory leads, 5 to go for the match. And again, not passed particularly well. Going to be a free ball back over to the Eagles. What will they do? They'll go right side, and that's going to go wide. Nice idea, though, by Porter. Had the right shot, had a solo block up. 13 serving 20. Tough to come back now if you're Maryville. Somehow kept alive, and wow. Way to keep it down. Nicely done that time by Sarah Carr. 21-13. Von Rieken back to serve, been the libero in this match. Dumped. And she'll become the setter. Nicely done, dug up. Free ball back. Emory doing a good job. Nice job, very smart shot. 2 in a row that time, Sarah Carr, 22-13. Von Rieken went from being libero and server to setter. Another tough serve. That one never came. 23 serves 13. Impressive for Emory to take out several big-time attackers and still be up by 10 with only 2 to go. That one goes just a touch long. Thought it might catch the line, but obviously not. Lines people and Steve Parham is the down ref, and Harold Weber is the up ref. Done a great job tonight. Really, really good. 14 serves, 23. Well passed. Struck. Nicely done. Kept alive on both sides. Good pass. A dump. And that's not going to come back. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached match point on the board for Emory. 24-14. And seems only fitting that Sarah Porter, having come in to set a really, really good third set, has a chance to end it on her serve. Jump float. Passed well, though. To the right. Rolled over. Dug up. And that one's not coming back. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the match. It is 25-14. So the teams shake hands at the net. 25-12, 25-12, and 25-14 in that third set. Nicely done by the Eagles. A very well played match tonight, and you saw evidence of some changes in offense by Jenny McDowell, really giving this Eagle offense a chance to soar tonight. They hit 333, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're hitting over 300 for a match, you're hitting pretty good volleyball. 42 kills, only 12 for Maryville, and that's about as good as it gets in college volleyball. Very well done. And just about ready to send it down to John as he is with Jenny McDowell.
Thanks, Phil. Jenny, pretty impressive defensive effort tonight.
You know, Elise Thompson was out. She had a little tweak in her leg, so she could have probably gone, but we have so many good defenders that we thought it was a good idea to get people experience, and I thought Logan did a great job along with our other defenders.
You know, you mentioned you got some younger players in tonight. Jessica Schwenke played quite a bit in addition to Logan.
Yeah, I mean, I looked out there one time and there were 4 freshmen, and it scared me for a second, but they did a great job, and I'm excited that our upperclassmen are putting arms around them and taking them with them.
A pretty good 2-day stretch. Did you get what you wanted out of last night and tonight?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was an opportunity to get people experience, and that's what we wanted to do. And it's fall break, so we have a couple days to rest kids and get them healthy again and get rest and get ready for Tuesday night and then the UAA. So we have a big couple weeks ahead of us.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Congratulations, rather.
Thank you.
All right, Phil. Down here, 3-0, Emory win. Back to you.
Okay. Thanks very much, John. And I think Jenny said it very, very well. A chance to get people experience, and this team needs that. And again, this was tonight about Emory playing across the board as they are capable of playing, and the stats are impressive in a lot of ways. Sydney Lineback only played 2 sets, 8 kills, hitting 538, 1 error, and that's pretty impressive. Leah Saunders, 7 kills, hitting 500. Jessica Schwenke, as you heard John ask Jenny about, 4 kills in 7 swings, hitting 571. Sarah Carr, 4 kills, hitting 400. Overall, just an outstanding night for the Eagles. But a lot of it, and one of the things Jenny told me, and we'll keep an eye on this the rest of the year, is she was focused on her side of the net. She said, I don't know that much about Maryville. I know they'll play tough defense, but I am focused on my side of the net. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it tonight. from the Woodruff Physical Education Facility here on the campus of the beautiful Emory University. Emory wins in 3. 25-12, 25-12, 25-14 for our entire production crew. I thank you. This is Phil Bush saying we will see you down the road and in the gym.